Bonjour à tous. L'année 2020 a été marquée par de grandes réussites.
Good morning, all. The year 2020 was marked by great successes for World Vision in Mali. The lives of many vulnerable children and families have improved, thanks to the efforts of the organization. True to our promise, despite a very difficult health situation in the country, growing insecurity in the center and the north, and a very tense socio-political environment. I was happy when I entered this school in the commune of Yele-Kebugu near Bamako. There I saw a father who is speaking with enthusiasm and thanking World Vision for well-trained teachers and for building new classrooms that now allow his children to learn in less crowded conditions.
À ses enfants d'apprendre dans des conditions moins surchargées.
2020 was a year where the organization registered several achievements with its sponsorship activities. Our organization operates in several programs with a direct impact on the well-being of thousands of children in the country. Thanks to the contribution of our sponsors coming from various horizons, our sponsorship budget has increased.
A
few years ago, I had met a girl named Fanta in Corporapong commune, whose parents finally agreed to enroll her in school. Currently, she is continuing her studies and wishes to become a teacher. However, we cannot ignore the suffering of many children and their families caused by natural disasters and worsened by the humanitarian crisis. These challenges slow down our efforts to track sponsored children and our activities on the ground.
de suivi des enfants et toutes nos actions.
In 2020, World Vision ensured the protection of children in collaboration with the child protection committees and local authorities.
Nous avons pu, dans ce sens-là, renforcer.
We've strengthened the capacities of the grassroots community organizations in terms of safeguarding of children and adult beneficiaries. The capacities of children in regards to their effective participation in children's clubs was strengthened. We also have strengthened the capacity of monitors to train children to become leaders of tomorrow in the service of their community and their country.
Communauté et aussi pour servir leur pays.
In 2020, World Vision's education goal was to improve children's reading skills in line with their level of education. To do this, many activities were carried out, such as the capacity building of teachers to improve the quality of their teaching, as well as the establishment of reading clubs to develop children's life skills through extracurricular activities. There was also the construction of classrooms to increase the capacity of some schools in welcoming more pupils.
Nous avons comme perspective pour l'année à venir de mettre en échelle.
As a perspective for the coming year, we want to scale up our approach to promoting reading in our new areas of intervention. We also want to strengthen the capacities of our preschool educators as well as of the members of school management committees in the early childhood development centers.
Des centres de développement de la petite enfance.
I thank World Vision for their work because today I can read and write.
Écrire.
The achievements of our health and nutrition sector during the year 2020 were, among others, the capacity building of our staff and training of staff from the Ministry of Health on projects models such as Positive Deviance, Pessima, ANGE, and the monitoring of immunization coverage. As a result, the training allowed mothers to receive specific advice on how to better feed infants and young children and take care of children suffering from malnutrition.
We donated albendazole pills as part of the support given during the intensification of Nutrition Activities Week. This allowed deworming of children aged 12 to 59 months and women who had just given birth. We have also provided support to fight against malaria through the distribution of insecticide-treated mosquito nets. Financial support was provided for immunization and the routine of the expanded immunization program. There was also support for the development of the COVID-19 communication materials for the Ministry of Health.
Au compte du ministère de la Santé.
During the year 2020, satisfactory results were obtained in the context of economic development. Several savings groups for transformation were established. These groups were able to save and thus grant loans to their members who, in turn, could take care of the well-being of their children, including World Vision-sponsored children.
World Vision's savings groups have been very beneficial to us. As far as I'm concerned, in particular, one day I ran out of provisions. I then approached the savings group to take out a loan to buy food. In another occasion, my child was sick. I then took a loan to care for my child. Since I also do small business where I sell eggs and soap, I also took a loan to develop my economic activity.
We want to continue to integrate the savings groups for transformation approach in other sectors, such as health, WASH, and advocacy. We want to continue to scale up savings groups for transformation to reach the most vulnerable people.
Afin d'atteindre les plus vulnérables.
Regarding access to water, hygiene and sanitation, 2020 was marked by the construction of several infrastructures as well as by the COVID-19 pandemic response.
Dans des écoles, des centres de santé, des communautés ont été couverts, conformément à notre vision vraiment d'assurer.
Communities and health centers were covered in line with our vision to ensure universal coverage, which is access to water for all and in all places. One thing that caught my eye this year was the remark I made during a recent visit to Senu Medina, where we installed a water supply. The population of this neighborhood used to pay for water services 12 to 20 times more expensive than the tariff established by the National Water Company. This highlighted the inequalities that exist in the provision of its services in some areas of the country. World Vision reiterates its commitment to support the Malian government through the new 2021-2025 business plan in order to define new targets and objectives for the next 5 years.
Pour définir les nouvelles cibles et les objectifs pour ces 5 prochaines années.
The faith and development sector has made a significant contribution to the well-being of children. Our Christian identity has served as the engine for our actions of transformation.
L'édification spirituelle du personnel à travers les dévotions et la forme.
The spiritual fulfillment of the staff through devotions and the training in the immersion program for the mission has helped to heighten the commitment of our personnel to the ministry of reconciliation. The training, applying our Celebrating Families approach, has allowed, in general terms, to resolve with many family issues and family reconciliation. We also worked with religious leaders using the channels of hope for gender equality approaches. It took into account a lot of the issues regarding gender-based discrimination.
Beaucoup de problèmes que nous rencontrons aujourd'hui sur le genre.
In regards to our humanitarian assistance, the year 2020 was marked in Mali by 2 major events: the COVID-19 pandemic, which weakened several thousand households, and the security crisis, which continues to cause displacement. In relation to the COVID-19 pandemic, World Vision supported the national response by assisting national health structures with prevention and treatment equipment.
Pour ce qui concerne la réponse à la crise sécuritaire, nous avons assisté les ménages vulnérables en aliments et en vivres.
In response to the security crisis, we've assisted vulnerable households with food to meet the food needs of children in the community. We've supported school children by building latrines and provide hygiene kits. Health centres have been supported with COVID-19 prevention and isolation equipment to identify and treat cases. I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Morsa Hama Sangari, who is the Director of Health Centre at Timbuktu, and who himself is a COVID-19 survivor. Despite being ill, he was dedicated to saving the lives of patients hospitalized at the centre.
Mais malgré qu'il soit malade, était dédié à sauver la vie des malades hospitalisés au niveau du centre de santé.
Food security is another sector of our organization. In 2020, this sector was integrated to interventions such as savings for transformation, sustainable agriculture, human and natural resources management, and disaster risk management, as well as access to financial services and local markets.
Pour l'année 2020,
In 2020, we achieved the development and operation of lowlands and market garden sites. There was also the assisted natural regeneration of several hectares of land, as well as the support of households in monetary and cash assistance.
En assistance monétaire et aussi en cash.
The major achievements in terms of advocacy in 2020 were, among others, the adoption of norms and standards in child protection in collaboration with the Ministry for the Promotion of Women, Children and Family, which will be used by communities to improve child protection services.
My name is Sally Mata. I am in 10th grade in school. Since 2017, I have been one of the ambassadors of World Vision's campaign to fight child marriage.
The campaign champion, Sally Mata, advocated at the 30th anniversary of the Convention on the Rights of the Child in New York to end child marriage and promote girls' education. There was also the revelation of a hidden heroine in Kolakani as part of the Hidden Heroes initiative, Miss Diara Asitan Sidibi, a midwife committed to reducing maternal, neonatal and infant mortality.
In terms of World Vision Advisory Board activities, the major accomplishments of 2020 have been the peers review as well as the regular quarterly meetings.
We have organized training for the new advisory board members who were recruited this year. We then participated in the World Vision Spiritual Retreat, followed by the Day of Prayer.
The World Vision, suivi de la journée de prière.
À ce jour, aucun enfant parrainé par World Vision au Mali.
Up to this date, no sponsored child in Mali has contracted the virus. In 2021, we will extend our humanitarian response plan and develop synergies with our resilience activities. The protection of children and the consolidation of peace will remain present in each of our interventions. I would like to thank all the donors for their contributions. I thank the communities and the Malian government through its technical services. I also thank all of our partners for the good collaboration, as well to our staff for their permanent commitment and availability. Altogether, we are helping to improve the well-being of children in Mali. God bless you.
Des enfants au Mali. Que Dieu vous bénisse.